Well, welcome to springtime in Denver. It's snowing. Hey everybody, welcome to day 140. It is a cold, wet day out in Denver, as you just saw. Good grief, it is springtime in Denver. The kind of running joke that we have around here is it 60 degrees outside today? Yes. Is it springtime in Denver? Yes. Bring the down jacket, because this kind of weather change happens all the time. So, thankfully, I'm inside where it's nice and warm and we don't have to worry about being outside today. So, today is Friday. It is my last official work day before I leave for NAB on Sunday, and I have to tell you that I have been a little nervous. I've been a little nervous like almost every other morning. And today it just kind of was a little bit even more like, oh my gosh, I'm leaving on Sunday. I'm leaving on Sunday. And here's the other kicker. Part of why I'm nervous, because usually leaving is not a big deal and speaking is not a big deal. I think I'm just realizing just how important this is. The stage that I'm sharing is going to be having a lot of amazing professionals sharing on it. Like the editor for House of Cards is going to be there. One of the people that I respect when it comes to developing workflow for big ass television shows and things like that is going to be speaking. Colorists who work on amazing films and television crews are going to be there. And here I am, little old me, who works with the corporate world, and I'm going to be talking about editing to a group of people, or at least alongside a group of people who definitely know what they're talking about. So there's a part of me that feels a bit like, should I really be talking about this? And there's a part of me that feels like my presentation might not be up to the same standard that these people are going to be talking about. But the thing that I have to remember, and this is what I keep telling myself, is that 8 years ago, I sat in that same kind of an audience, and I was a complete newbie. I had no idea what I was doing. Well, had a little bit of an idea of what I was doing, but a lot of what I was hearing often went over my head because I was not at that level that these people were. And so I'm trying to remind myself that there's going to be people in that audience that are at that same level where I was, a complete newbie, or at least just getting started on this and going, hey, I need more information. Your presentation looks like something that's going to help me. And so, yeah, I have to remember that just because I am not the editor for House of Cards does not mean that I don't have something that's not going to be valuable to somebody. So I'm trying to calm my nerves down with that, and also just remembering that this is why I do what I do. So yeah, but totally
working through that today. In addition to things that I'm working on today, I am still tidying up some details regarding my my video project for Denver Rescue Mission. I've been writing emails back and forth, and something I wanted to bring up about that. I was working on an email for this project last night at like 10:30 at night. Just because I try to say that I work from 9 to 5 doesn't always mean that that is actually possible in the middle of production. And sometimes in order to ooch something along a little bit harder, you've got to write emails at 10:30. But the other thing that I'm doing is still going through my network to find a replacement for my videographer for April 20 for Creative Mornings. That is being a little nerve-wracking, mostly because, on a technical level, I have a microphone and I have a camera. But my microphone and my camera are not the kind of thing that's necessary, like in terms of like good tech-wise, to be able to record this event. And I hate live event recording, really do. I don't like it, so I'd much rather work with somebody else who rocks that rather than me having to do it. But I have not yet found a replacement yet. And I was thinking about this as I was going through my network of people that I know here in Denver, and I realized, a lot of the people that I'm reaching out to are folks that I have met in the past, and I have met them and, going, oh, hey, like you're a video person, maybe I can work for you in the future. And instead, this opportunity is in the reverse. Like I have met them, but now I'm saying, hey, I have an opportunity for you. Will you work with me? The unfortunate problem is that it's not paid, which is kind of causing a disconnect because people need to get paid, but this is the nature of volunteer work. But the point is that I am going to them and saying, hey, I have something for you, rather than me going to them and expecting them to have something for me. And this was the thing that I was thinking about when it comes to networking. A lot of people, when they go to a networking event or when they meet somebody new who does the thing that they needed a partner with, often approaches those people as if, hey, you should give me a job. I really want to swap business cards with you because if you have work for me, I would love to work with you. And the thing that I realized is that sometimes when you're building your network, that's a great thing. That happens, especially if somebody's like, hey, I need you, like, let me have your business card right now. But often when you're at a networking event, the person that you're talking to probably doesn't have work for you right now. It's totally fine. Not a big deal. But the thing is, when you go into a networking situation like that, building a relationship with somebody, going, hey, I want something from you, you're kind of putting all of the responsibility on that person. And it's kind of selfish to think that they might even have an opportunity for you. Instead, it is much better to go into that networking event going, how can I use this person for what I need to accomplish? How can I empower their skills? How can I employ them so that I have a project that I'm going to be able to give them something out of, rather than expecting to receive something from that person. Instead, the expectation is, how can I give this person work to do? And so I'm realizing that this is how I'm approaching this particular project for not only Creative Mornings, but also for Denver Rescue Mission. Going through my contacts and going, hey, I met you before, and now I have an opportunity for you. This is a really cool place to come from when it comes to reaching out to people. It's not me going, hey, do you have work for me? Hey, I'm tapping on your window again. Hey, do you have work for me? Like, I'm not that person. Instead, I'm going, hey, I have work for you. Come work with me. And I wanted to throw that out there for you as you are networking, as you're building a business, as you are trying to get stuff done around the home. Everybody needs somebody else to help them out with something. But when you meet someone, rather than expecting them to have a job that you can then work for them, think of it the other way around. How can you help them go forward in their goals? This is way more effective, and you'll find that the good relationships that you're able to build that way will pay back later. And so it's something that I'm thinking about, especially as I'm now going to NAB, which is going to be a big networking event. Not just going in with the head that says, hey, who can I work with that might have jobs for me, but going into, hey, what do you do, because I might need you on my project in the future. So yeah, that's just a little. This is probably a really long little talk, a little long thing about networking. But right now I need to get back to a problem solving thing for Drew. His event page has launched. The ads are going. He's already gotten a sign up. And in the sign up that he got, we found out that one of the buttons that are in the sign up form didn't do what it was supposed to do. So now I need to go into the back end of that website and go figure out what just happened. Mostly so that this is fixed, so I don't have to do it while I'm in Las Vegas. So I'm going to be doing that, and then the other fun thing to do today is practicing my presentation, because I need to find out if I can get through it in 15 minutes. Okay, so it is after lunch. It is after finishing all the tweaks that I needed to do for Drew. I am busy tidying up a few last minute details when it comes to things that I need to be able to bring with me to NAB. Number one is making sure that I have all the media on my Mac, because I am not taking my Chromebook, I'm taking my MacBook Pro, and that's because I had to use Keynote. Google Slides were kind of iffy as to whether or not they would work with the presentation that Lumaforge is putting together. So everything is on the Mac, and I also downloaded Premiere Pro CC. This is the program that I edit in primarily on my PC. Thankfully, with the Creative Cloud membership, you can download it onto 2 computers, and it doesn't matter if one's a PC and one is a Mac. So I now have that, which means that I'm going to start editing these videos in an actual proper editor. And that is because I am sick and tired of my audio slipping, which it's probably doing right now. Seriously, guys, I'm very upset about this, and this is extremely frustrating. So after doing over 150 videos in total, that includes every day the level grinding, but also previous videos that I've done, everything is now from now on going to be done in a proper editor. The reality is that that will probably actually be a faster workflow for me, since I am used to keystrokes and I'm used to actually like working in this environment. So that will be happening. I'm hoping to get started doing that next week, so this video is going to still be cut on my phone, but that is definitely going to be happening. So now I'm going to move on to, what have I got? I just checked my list. I need to upload gosh, render and upload a couple of videos. One is a YouTube version of Dylan's skate video, so I need to do that for him. And then I need to upload a version and prepare a version for Instagram for him. And so he'll be able to download these. They will drop on his channels on Tuesday. They will also drop on mine simply because they are, you know, my videos and they're going to go out as well. But yes, you're going to be wanting to follow Dylan for all the awesomeness for skate. So yeah, I need to do that. That's not going to take me very long. And then I'm finally going to get into practicing my presentation. Hooray, like after all of this time. Yeah, it's one of the most important things that I need to do, but thankfully I can practice it tomorrow. I can practice it on Sunday, and technically I can practice it all day on Monday if I have to. I'm hoping I don't have to, simply because there's a couple of vendors that I want to check out at the trade show that I'm going to. Like, I might as well. And so I want to be able to do that on Monday before my presentation on Tuesday. But I am definitely going to be managing my time because, one, I need to practice a presentation, but two, I really need to monitor just all the mental stimulation that's going to be going on and the visual stimulation. Vegas is crazy, absolutely crazy. Everything's demanding your attention, from signs and lights and neon and people and casinos. Oh my gosh, casino gambling pits. They drive me nuts just because all of everything's a video game and they all want your attention. So yeah, I need to monitor that stuff so that I don't have a mental breakdown. Hashtag bipolar. So yeah, now that I need to worry about having a mental breakdown because I'm not practicing my presentation, I'm going to go start doing that. Okay, so the good news is that I just got done giving my my presentation a run through. I have 15 minutes to give my presentation, and I did it in 15 minutes and 30 seconds, which I'm really happy with. I can't not dawdle, like I cannot go into all the stuff that I want to, but I can at least do the things that I want to do. And so where in the world is this stuff? IG and YouTube. Okay, so the other thing that I discovered in the process of doing this, though, is I actually had a bad edit in my final video. Somehow in moving stuff around to actually get the piece to have some of the effects on it that I needed it to have, I moved something. So the open just was not correct, and so in playing it, I was like, what the frick is that? So I just had to go back and fix it. And then all of my files are ready to upload for Dylan, so I'm going to get that done, and then I'm going to get back to my presentation. Right now I got to swap out that file that's incorrect. But either way, everything is good. I'm really happy about where I'm sitting right now. Now it's just a matter of practicing it and going over it and making sure that I can keep that 15-minute and 30-second or less time slot. Okay, so I have my presentation queued up on my television. That way I can see what it's going to look like as in presenter mode rather than not in presenter mode, so that's just going to help me practice. And so I'm going through this as a run through again for the second time, and that is because the music that I picked for my creepy section, like trying to illustrate this music makes you feel uncomfortable, really wasn't playing right. And so I went back to the drawing board and found a different piece of music, and getting it from my PC into my Mac, pain in the butt, because Macs and PCs hate each other. Really, Apple and Windows, can't you please get your act together to make this easier for everybody else? Gosh, thankfully it's done, and so now I'm going to head over there and I'm going to practice and see if I can get this down in less than 15 minutes. Remember last time it was 15 minutes and 30 seconds, so let's see if we can get this under. Boo! Yeah! So I've tightened up a couple of things when I was adding in music. I got a better music track, and I got this done in 14 minutes and 33 seconds. So a whole minute knocked off the clock from my first run. This is really great. And knowing me, I'm probably gonna really talk fast in the very beginning because I always get nervous. But either way, I should be able to make this in 15 minutes. Again, I just have to remember to push myself forward, because if I don't, I'm totally gonna lollygag on a particular slide. But I'm really excited about this. And the cool thing about this is that if somebody really has questions, they can actually ask me afterwards, because there's gonna be a really great place to do that. So I'm gonna give this one more run through just because it is only just about 4:30, so I have plenty of time to do this again.
And yeah, I'm sitting in a really good place for NAB. All right, it is the end of the day. I have my headphones on because actually I need to call my sister. She just needs a conversation. So I'm going to call this the end of today's video. Right now I'm sitting really good for Las Vegas, so I'm excited. This kind of calms my jitters that I had this morning. So hooray. I will probably wake up with them still tomorrow and on Sunday and on Monday, and then I'm going to meet a whole bunch of people. Actually, it's probably going to be fine on Monday because I'm going to meet a bunch of people on Sunday night, including the people that I'm going to be talking alongside. And I'm going to remember that they're just humans like me and that they're amazing and that we're all just people. We're all just people who love what we do, and that's why we're talking about it. So that's exciting. So if you've had an experience with anxiety, trying to do something that you wanted to do and feeling totally intimidated about it, I would really love to hear your story because it would be encouraging. So leave that in the comment below. If this is your first time hanging out, go ahead and subscribe and give this video a like. I would really love to have you along for the ride, and I hope that this reminder that everybody gets anxiety is helpful to you. I will see you all actually a little bit early because I'm hoping to do some special stuff while I'm in Vegas, including on Sunday, so that means you're going to get a video on Monday as well as throughout the week, and hopefully my upload ability will be possible. I don't know how good Wi-Fi is going to be in different places where I'm going to be staying, so I'm going to do my best and we will go from there. So I'll see you all next week. Get ready to go to Las Vegas! Ciao.